What is up, guys, and welcome to another video. The Knicks take a 2-1 lead. Well, they didn't take it. Well, they lost it. They lost the game against the 76ers. And it was a game, and let's start with my rant, because I want to do a rant here. Joel Embiid, I had a shit ton of respect for you. A lot. Sorry for my words. Bad. Bad. That was bad. That's why I didn't make it earlier, because I feel like I cursed a little bit too much. Not good. We're going to do it. That's why I did it the next day. We have a lot of time for the next game. So, Joel Embiid, man. First of all, the first play, second play, Joel comes down, like knees him in the groin or punches him in the area where you don't want to get punched, because that's where you have to make babies. So that does not work well. With another man punching you there, that don't work well, especially a man at that size. I know it's Isaiah Hartenstein, a guy can take everything. Thank goodness he's Isaiah Hartenstein, who can probably absorb every hit. Knock on wood. But yeah, I said some loser stuff from Joel early, and then that's not even the play that I'm really going crazy about. That should be a flagrant one, because I've seen Anthony Davis get ejected for kicking somebody in the place where you don't want to get kicked by accident. That was on purpose, and that was okay, that's flagrant one, fine. But then Joel Embiid falls to the ground by himself. Mitchell Robinson goes over the shot, gets grabbed down by the leg while he's going up. And somebody who has an injury history, I think he went through a surgery with his ankle, boom, that could be a season. And he's competing for a playoff spot. I mean, not playoffs, he's competing for the playoffs. So, and he's a big piece to what the Knicks want to do. And I think if Mitch stays healthy in this game, Knicks win this game. Because I don't think Joel is 50 with Mitch on him. I don't think so. I love Isaiah Hartenstein. But those 5 fouls on him, he couldn't really do anything. He couldn't do anything but let him shoot, because he's going to foul bait all the time. So, hey. But yeah, those free throws were awful. And he extended the game 15 minutes. So I'm sorry, Lakers versus Nuggets, if your game had to get pushed back because Joel Embiid wants to. First of all, the game got punched back because Joel Embiid tried to punch him in the place where you don't want to get punched, and then grab somebody's leg. So if you're a Lakers Nuggets fan, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you your game didn't start on time, because it's free throws and it's just antics were too much. It costs too much time. The stoppages in the game. I know the NBA could do a better job of replays, but man, you cannot grab a guy by the leg. Like, you just cannot do that, especially when they're jumping up in the air. It's loser stuff. It's loser stuff. Protecting yourself. There's a lot more ways to protect yourself than grab a guy's leg. You're on the offensive now by grabbing a guy's leg. Now you're not defensive because you just grabbed a guy's leg in the air. You're on the offensive. So Joel Embiid was not defending himself. He was pissed because on the last play he wanted a foul, which he obviously did. Jumped up and down, had a man-child tantrum, and then came down and grabbed Mitchell Robinson's leg because he was pissed off, because he wanted to ruin somebody's maybe career because he was pissed off. I've heard good reports from the players that it's not going to be that bad. But again, I saw a walking boot on him. So, hey, look, I don't know. I'm not a big guy in ankle injuries. I don't really know injuries at all. Man, you just cannot do that. You just cannot do that. And to give him only a flagrant one for those 2 instances just isn't good. And it isn't what player safety is. And in every single league, football, a lot of player safety in a league. But also in basketball, there's a lot of player safety. And there's no player safety there. Didn't give Isaiah Hartenstein safety, and didn't give Mitchell Robinson safety. You gotta promote play, because you promote player safety, so you gotta hit it on the head. I don't care if it's Joel Embiid. I don't care if it's Bojan Bogdanovic. It don't matter. It doesn't matter to me. It's the same act, and you promote player safety. So yes, maybe serving at the ref. Yes, you give Bojan a tech, and then you give Joel not a tech. But again, You pull on somebody's leg when they're in the air. I don't care if it's Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, or Isaiah Stewart. It does not matter. It does not matter if it's Grayson, if it's Grayson Allen or Kevin Durant who grabs somebody's leg. It doesn't matter. That's an act where it doesn't matter. You give the guy a flagrant 2, you get him out the game. Because that's going to ruin. So it's only fair because that's going to ruin Mitchell Robinson's night. It maybe. Thank God. But it definitely there's like a 60% chance that ruins a guy for the night. So you should be out too, in my opinion. So, and because you intentionally did it. So, yeah. But enough of that. Enough of that. 76 fans, do not take offense to that. You saw the play. This is biased to a different level if you think that's not a foul. If you think that ain't a flagrant 2, you obviously don't watch basketball. You obviously don't. I'm not, man. It's not nice to see my center on the floor because Joel Embiid decided to be a freaking dumbass today and just roll out of bed like a dumbass, and then I don't. No sympathy for him at all. No sympathy for him at all. And karma will get him. Not wishing for injuries, not wishing for anything. But I'm just saying, it could come in the form of just winning. Like, karma's going to get him. And I feel like the Knicks will win the next game. And that's going to be the karma that he's going to get. Because the 76ers won't shoot like that again in the third quarter. It was an even game until then. And I trust the Knicks will close that game out. With their offensive rebounding and three-point shooting, I trust them to close the game out. But you got to match the 76ers energy early. And I know that the early stuff was Joel Embiid, but Kelly Oubre and Kelly Oubre and Kelly Oubre and somebody else wanted this stuff. I don't know who it was. Kelly Oubre wanted it, and he was guarding up full court. He wanted it, like he's done the whole time. He really wanted it, and he was stealing the ball. I saw a play earlier where he stole the ball from DiVincenzo, dunked it. Like he wanted it so badly. And you got to match energy. And I feel like the Knicks can. So if there's any team that can match their energy, it's the Knicks. So they did that. I think they did that pretty well. 2000 Mitch. Ooh. 2000 Mitch, 2009 hard. That was not good because then you had to have some precious minutes. Which I didn't hate the precious minutes, to be honest with you. I would have thought Jericho Sims, but look, Precious is good at the 5. He can move his feet with Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is not attacking the paint anymore. And that was one of the things I think Tim Legler kind of, said in his thing with JJ Redick podcast, on JJ Redick's podcast, is he was like, the reason 76ers will not win this series is because Joel Embiid's injury is not making him post up in the paint. Saw a little bit of it, but I think besides all of his damage came from a ridiculous shot 3-point line. So it's saying the biggest thing about Joel Embiid is he can get down, bully you, and he won't set up for those threes, but he had to with the injury, and I think Press could handle that. Great bounce back game from JB. It feels like he's in rhythm. Jalen feels like he's in a ton of rhythm, and it didn't feel forced. Kelly Oubre shot him, but he got the Jalen Brunson got the mismatches he wanted. And that was it. I mean, it was cooking time for him. I mean, he had a good drive on Batum, got Buddy Hield on him a little bit, he got Tyrese Maxey on him a lot. Like, he was getting the right matches for him. And he was getting to his shots. Why are they hitting everything? That was my thing in the third. They're literally hitting everything. And the Knicks are a very good defensive team. And it's uncharacteristic for them to give it that many points. So, hey, I mean, there's not a lot you can do. There's not a lot you can do. If you're closing out correctly, there's not a lot you can do. I should have looked over the threes, but they seemed like they were covered enough. And Campaign should not be hitting those threes. Just, man, I just don't understand. This third quarter will never happen again. It will never happen again. And that's why I trust the Knicks to come back next game and win. And win this series in 5. It only proved to me more about that. Because no one expected the Knicks to win in 4. So do not go crazy about this. Do not overreact to a game-to-game basis. The Knicks showed stuff in Game 4. I mean, in Game 3 that can translate to Game 4, which getting Jalen Brunson going. Shot Jalen Brunson out of a cannon. Got him going. He was stuck in the cannon, but he shot him out of the cannon. And now he's out of the cannon. He will give you work. It'll change the game. Probably the best player on the floor when he's at his best. And right now, of course, Joel Embiid's injured. So, of course, I know he still gave us 50, but ridiculous threes again and again. I'll keep saying it, but Joel's amazing. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Have a nice day, and let's go Knicks. Peace out. Bye bye. See you in Game 4. Hopefully we can get it up.